I know you feel defeated, hurt and abused, but the battle has been determined. It's already won.
What's good, everybody? I am Bishop-elect R.E. Phillips Sr., and I am sitting here with the one and the only Clinton Gardner of Clinton, Gardner, and Nehemiah. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing?
Man, I am good. I am excited about this interview. You are such a wonderful and powerful artist. It's just a blessing for me to actually be this close and connected to have this moment to interview you, sir.
Oh, man, it's a blessing to be here. And to have you interview me, man, it means the world, man.
Amen, amen. Well, let's jump right into it. So first and foremost, what got you started with music? Not even gospel music, just music in general.
Man, to be honest with you, as a kid, man, I grew up in the 90s era, and I loved 90s R&B, man. My favorite group was Drew Hill, man.
Drew Hill? No Jodeci?
The Jodeci, the Jagged Edge. I mean, it was just a amazing variety of talent during the 90s, man. And as a kid, of course, you listen to that. And then, you know, I come from a very religious family, man. My mother was in church, my grandma was in church, and they're all singers, man. And they would make me go to choir rehearsal, man. And I came up in the youth choir, man. But at my church, man, they were all about mentoring. So I was like 13 years old, and I'm singing in the adult choir, even though I couldn't keep up. And I had my minister of music, Antoinette Gaines. She said, "Boy, get in the front, and would stick the mic dead in your throat." It developed me, man. It developed me, man. And over the course of my teenage years, although I really didn't understand in totality what I was doing, I grew to love gospel music, man.
Yes, sir.
And it really kind of sparked, man. One summer I went to live with my godmother, and she lives in Memphis, man, and she sung with Orlando Draper and Associates. And I went to rehearsal, man, and just to see how powerful Orlando just took his choir during that rehearsal, man, I said, man, I want to do that. So I want to do that. It just had an impact on me. So, man, I became a teenager. About 17, I started a youth choir in Gary. It's about 30 of us, man, and it was cool, you know, but it kind of fizzled out because I went to college. And then, man, I moved to Indianapolis, man, and God gave me the assignment. I call it the assignment because Lord knows I didn't want it.
Amen.
Lord knows I didn't.
I got a few of those in my life.
Damn.
Yeah, so shout out to the 219. As you notice, he's from Gary.
219.
So that's great, man. That leads us right to this point. All things well, man. Congratulations on the song. Congratulations on your charting on the radio and just all the things that are going forth, man. And I'm just looking for great things to transpire with this song. Can you please tell me a little bit about the creative process? Like, how did this song come about? Where were you at when you wrote it in your mind and your spirit? You know, just tell us about it.
Wow, man, that's loaded. I was in a very dark place, man, very dark place. At that time, my wife was giving premature birth to my daughter, 22 weeks, man, and she was fighting for her life, lost a lot of blood, man. My daughter was fighting to be here. They didn't know she was going to be able to make it. And over the course of that period, it lasted 9 months. We were 9 months in the NICU, 9 months in the hospital, man. And the crazy thing, ironically, is prior to that, I was in a writer's block. Like, I would start songs, but I couldn't finish them. Start songs, but couldn't finish them, man. And during that period, God just started depositing, man. And it was fresh stuff, man. I remember being in a waiting room. My daughter had just had heart surgery, and God said, "Clint, I know you can't see it, but I do all things well." And the melodies just started coming, man. Tears was coming to my face, man. And it just came. There's no problem my God can't solve.
Yes, sir.
No mountains high enough, man. And I wrote that song on a napkin, man. On a napkin. I wrote it on a napkin. I took it home. I didn't think I was ever going to do anything with this song, man. Because it was hard for me. I'm my biggest critic, man. Like when I put product out, I'm the one that goes back and say, okay, is this really good enough? Is this really good enough? And I brought it back to Nehemiah, man. My singer said, "Hey, Clint, we're going to do some original music." And the first rehearsal, I started feeding it. They're like, wow. They blow it away. They're like, man, this song, right? And I said, God, well, if this is what you want me to lead with, let's lead with it. But, man, over the course of that period of 9 months, man, God, man, I've numbered them all. Well, my daughter's 45 songs, 45, and I'm still writing, man. But that place was the hardest place, man, because this song, All Things Well, has challenged me, man.
Yes, sir.
Because can I trust God in the midst of this most difficult situation? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you there wasn't a point where I doubted. I mean, my daughter's hooked up to all these machines, man. She can't breathe. And I'm like, God, this ain't what you showed me, man. This ain't it, right? But through it all, God said, Clinton, I do all things well.
Yes, sir.
But the key to Minister Phillips is that I had to wait on him.
Yes, sir. And baby girl's doing fine. I see posts all the time on Facebook of her smiling.
Man.
And you and your wife marriage is strong. And
man,
we just got an opportunity to do a couples forum with you guys, and
absolutely.
You guys drop nuggets, man, from the 20 years or so you guys been together.
20 years married in August, man.
So listen, God, just that alone is a testimony on how God does all things well.
Absolutely.
Amen, amen. So this song has meant so much to you, but once again, please tell these people what it is that you want them to hear. When they turn on this song, what is it that your heart is saying to them?
Wow, man. Many nights asking God that very same question, and the answer is I want them to be encouraged. I think people are going through a lot. People are losing loved ones. People are going through financial distress. But when you cut this song on, I want it to radiate, no matter what storm you're in, no matter how dark the room seems, that you understand that God is the light at the end of that tunnel. It's like Jesus being on the boat, man, when it was storming out, and the apostle said, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
It's that belief and understanding that God is with me, and when he steps on the scene, that even those raging seas are gonna have to obey. So no matter what situation you're in, no matter what the diagnosis is, that you remember that God does all things well. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Come on.
All it takes is a reminder of who God is to get us through our storm, to get us through our next level. So be reminded that God does all things well.
Okay. So listen, man, that was your baby, and you wrote it on a napkin. You know, how did you know? Because as an artist, when God gives us music, it's personal. It is our baby. We don't, it's like a mother with a newborn baby. You don't want everybody holding and touching your baby. You're protective of it. So how did you know which producers, which musicians, which, artists, the guest artists, how did you know that these people were the right people to, in a sense, help bring manifestation to this thing, this birth that God gave you?
Well, initially I did know, because when you have it, whenever you're pregnant with something, you don't want anybody birthing your baby.
Yeah.
Like, so there was a struggle there. There was a struggle to allow somebody else to do it. However, I understood and I came to realize that what was inside of me was bigger than me.
Wow.
And that I needed help getting that vision out. So it was just being obedient, man. It was just simple as me and God having a conversation, saying, God, okay, I can try to birth this and it could be good, or I can allow you to bring people around me and have a great impact.
Yes.
So for me, it was more important for me to have a great impact than just to have a good impact, right? So I wanted to get this thing out to the nation. So having a conversation with God one day, and he says, call your little brother. And I said, are you sure? Because I didn't want to call the mentor, the little brother. I wanted to I want the little brother to hear and say, dang, man, you did that, congratulations, right? But I had to lean on him. And the first time he heard the song, he said, man, allow me the privilege to put this song out there. And that was confirmation in my spirit to say, you know what, this is it. And since that moment of me releasing it, because you never know when you give somebody your music, are they going to alter it? Is it going to sound different from what you did? But it just all makes sense. It was like everything was in my head. It happened from the musicians that were chosen, and then needing a lead singer to be the spokesman of this song was God saying. We linked up with a psalmist from Alabama named Miss Ebony Jarman, and what she did with this song just surpassed my expectation. Wow. She just blew it away. She's so humble. And please, guys, go support her. She has a project out, a single out called Recreate Me, and you can find that anywhere. Yeah. But please support her. And it's just been an amazing journey, man. But to answer your question, man, it's never easy, man.
Yes, sir.
It's never easy. It's like the pastor who has to trust his sermon in the hands of another one, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like this is something that I've travailed with,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Or, you know, but sometimes, you know, it's bigger than us.
Yeah.
You know, it's bigger. And I go back to even think of the biblical, like, you know, with Joshua and Moses, like, you know, Moses had to birth something great too, but he understood, hey, I need some help with this, man.
right,
Like,
that's
come here, Joshua. Like, you know, we all, or Jesus and his cross, man, he's going up with and he needed help with that cross. Like, we all need help somewhere along the lines to help us complete the assignment.
And if we can be honest, the D West is a great help to have, right?
Man, amazing, amazing. And you know, the great thing about it, man, is that the humility.
Yeah.
The humility, man. Sometimes you reach out for help and it's not always, how can I say, it's not always it's not necessarily always help.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but in this situation it was, man. It was humble, it was easygoing, man. And it had the ability to make me feel that like I felt confident in the process.
Yeah.
That's like asking Kurt Franklin, hey Kurt, come produce my song, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know, but in this situation he made me feel like I was the Kurt Franklin.
Wow. Yeah.
Even though he was in a different place than I was.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to D West and Jesus Promoters and all that God is doing. So please tell us, what's next for Clinton Gardner and Nehemiah?
Wow, man. Another loaded question, Bishop.
Come on, talk about it. That's good. That means you're not dormant.
One word.
Yes, sir.
Growth. Growth, man. And I was just talking to a friend about growth. If the blades of grass in the field could tell you how painful it is to bust out the ground, and I think that sums it up.
That's deep.
If the tree branches could tell you what it feels like to have the new growth, the buds bust out their branches, if the tree could tell you how painful it is to elevate, it's growth. And a lot of people, we talk about growth and we talk about how we want to experience growth, but do you really want to experience growth? And I say that from a transparent place because me and God just had this conversation. When my father passed, I said, God, I don't want to have to hurt like this to produce the oil that you're having me to rub on the people. So I say growth from a place of submission, that God has told me that this is what has to happen. But do understand that growth is not a painless situation. So what's next for me is growth.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's for me, growth. It reminds me of my favorite movie, The 5 Heartbeats.
Come on. All right.
And,
this should be good.
The 5 Heartbeats, if you guys remember, Duck said, I'm going to become a better writer when I hurt more. And that has stuck with me since I watched the movie. What did he, when I was a teenager, I said, what did he mean? You're going to hurt more, you're going to write better. But now I understand. God produces some of his best work in our most painful situations, man.
Yeah.
So what's next for Clinton Gardner is just growth. I don't know what God has to take me through. I don't know what type of training, PT training I got to go through, but the oil that's going to come out of that is going to be enough of overflow to saturate the people.
Yes, sir.
So we do have music coming.
Yes, sir.
We were planning to drop another single in the fall.
Okay.
You guys are going to love it a little bit more up tempo, but what's next is growth, man. It's
Cool,
growth.
man. Well, listen, we thank you for that. We thank you for being willing, man, to allow God to transition you from these trials to these triumphs. And we're so blessed to have a front row seat of this oil, you know, that you are dispersing to the nations. So this is what I want you to do, because I believe everybody should have this song. I need you to look right into this camera and I need you to tell them how to connect with you, how to link with you, your social media, how to support you, your Cash App. Maybe somebody might want to sow a seed, please, you know, and just let everyone know right now how they can get connected with you.
Man, my pleasure. So you can find Nehemiah, Clinton Gardner, all social media platforms. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, we even have a TikTok. Just type my name in, it'll pop up. We want you to follow us. We want you to leave comments about how this song may have blessed you. You can also purchase this song on all digital platforms, whether it be CD Baby, TuneCore, DistroKid, whatever your preference may be. We are there. And like I said, leave a message. Let us know how the song has blessed you. Follow us. Be on the lookout for new music. We wanna communicate with the people that follow us, whether you're family or friend, or maybe you don't even know us. We're family in Jesus, so please reach out, connect with us.
Absolutely. So once again, I am Bishop-elect R.A. Phillips Sr. This is the incomparable and the one and only Clinton Gardner of Clinton Gardner and Nehemiah. And we are going to go out right now on All Things Well. So I'll need you to turn this up, man, and get your praise on and your worship on right now. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.
There's no problem my God can't solve. No mountains high enough.
No giants.
No giant strong enough.
There's no problem.
There's no problem my God can't solve. No mountains high enough. No giant strong enough. God does all things well.
You can't see your way out, but God.